Self-made independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and known to keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title cause it's my identity, and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
YouTube world, what is good with y'all? My bad, man. Your boy is under the weather, bro. Like, in the worst way, your boy has been under the weather since Thursday, man. So if you hear me a little congested, you see me going to the side, wiping my nose, drinking some water and all that type stuff, that's just what it is, man. But at the same time, it's still the one-man force styles and flavor of DFW Sports, baby. Y'all know how we do it for all DFW sports around here while the Rangers is playing as well. But I was supposed to give y'all post-game reactions to the Ravens and Cowboys. I was supposed to give y'all film watching everything. But Thursday night, man, your boy came down with something that came through the household. Scratchy throat, went through that, went through running nose, headache, all that type stuff. So you see, I'm still a little congested now. And you got to have that, you know what I'm saying? Got to have that paper stick. I ain't taking no bump now. But I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Try to get that Vicks up in that boy, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, that's what's been going on with your boy. Your boy been sick. That's why I've been having to cancel live, move back lives. I thought about not doing the live because I'm like, bro, I need to be 100%. But at the same time, I'm still rocking. I'm still coming with it. I'm trying to shape up. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a lot of that going on up in here, so y'all forgive me and all that type stuff. But to the meantime, I'll let it warm up. I know I've been, backtracking and doing all that. So let me play a little music coming up in here to everybody, so we could get some folk coming up in here. I damn sure gonna show y'all what we got live right here. You know what I'm saying? So y'all join in. We about to watch the condensed playback version, but at the same time, I can still give y'all a lot of what I saw from last night's game. In preseason game number 2, Ravens and Cowboys. The poll is up in the YouTube chat, man. Are y'all done with the Joe Milton experience? Y'all tap in and let that know right there. Or if you're watching the playback, man, go ahead and hit that like button and comment sooner or later, or subscribe, man. But like I said, man, I've been missing in action. I've been delaying all this, bro, because your boy been sick, man. And like I said, as you hear it in my nose right now, I'm trying to get it clear right now. You know what I'm saying? With the Vicks vapor stick up in there. So we battling. But like I said, my quick initial takeaways before I watch the condensed playback. Bro, I mean, the Joe Milton experience, like you say, if you're trying to win, y'all talk all this noise about winning a Super Bowl. Y'all trying to bring a championship here. If that is what the case is, no. There you go. No. Get out of there to the second deck. Wyatt Langford. My bad, y'all. It's off subject, but Wyatt Langford just went yarder. He just went yarder. Oh, man. But your boy been sick, but I want y'all to go ahead and, gather around. We about to rewatch this, at least the condensed film. The all 22 hopefully will come out later tonight, and that's when I'll go over and look at the all 22. Where was this shit yesterday, Rangers? Where was this shit yesterday? But yeah, man, I mean, looking at that game yesterday, the offense did the exact same thing it did in week 1. Normally from week 1 to week 2, you like to see progression. And what I didn't see that progressed was, damn, bro, y'all literally jumped up in this bitch and did nothing the first 2 possessions. And then defensive wise, you did kind of the same thing too. You couldn't stop nothing for the first 2 possessions. Look, that's enough in a regular season game to get your ass whooped. It is. You come out slow doing that type of stuff, that is going to be the type of stuff to get your ass whooped. Now, I get it. We have backups in there and all that type stuff, but so did Baltimore. And last time I checked, Baltimore has been picking at the bottom of the draft for a long time, which means they've been a good team. So their draft picks have been way lower than ours. So come on now. They're picking at the bottom of the barrel most of the times. And you mean to tell me their 2s and 3s look that much better than our 2s and 3s? Come on, bro. That kind of says a lot right there. That really says a lot. As you see, I'm getting worked up. I need to go ahead and sweat this out. Hold on. I need to sweat this out real quick. Come on, Vix, hit me up. Get him a little clear up in there, man. Yeah, man, your boy been sick as hell, bro, but I still been paying attention, looking on, and like I said, that's the big alarming thing I took away. Miles Sanders, boy, he came out there looking rusty as fuck. He came out there looking rusty as fuck, man, and I was like, bro, they handed him the ball. He had a good cutback lane that he could have took advantage of. Instead, he didn't do it. He ran right into his offensive lineman, back into the wash. He ended up getting tackled. And then on the second one, you give him a pitch, and he fumbles that boy. And then Joe Milton takes the safety, not seeing the blitz. I mean, that was just those first 3 plays. It set the bad tone. And that's just something that the Cowboys cannot afford to do anymore. That started in the 2023 playoffs against the Green Bay Packers. You couldn't get off to a good start. And that's been following you for a minute. Offense, you're not able to get no rhythm. Defense, you just seem to not be able to get off the field. Now, a lot of people want to say that the run defense was better. I will give the run defense this. For the first quarter, it looked like they had no chance. As the game went on, okay, it showed you they are capable. For what they had out there, it showed you that they have some things capable. Offensive line wise, your boy Tyler Booker. Oh yeah. I like. Okay. I see what you do with Tyler Booker. I can't wait till the all 22 come out because we're gonna sit here and we're gonna watch it live. I got the condensed playback. Sitting here paused. I'm just waiting for y'all to kind of jump up in here while I just give my breakdown as what I saw. Coming from what I seen. Like I said, I'm still battling this sickness, but. Talking about these Cowboys always going to get you worked up. I guess that's that adrenaline you need to go ahead and pass by. But like I said, the first 2 possessions on both sides has been the same thing. Y'all are not coming out ready to play it. That's what it seems like. And this is something that has been a bugaboo for the Cowboys here for a minute. But I did see some good things in there. Like I said, Jack Sanborn, he going to be right. I like him. Damone Clark looked like he was actually playing some football last night. Give big props to him, bro. Damone Clark, because I thought I'm like, bro, he might not even make it out of camp. You know what I'm saying? And you played against Cooper Rush. A lot of people said Cooper Rush was better than Dak Prescott. I mean, I remember a lot of folks that were saying that, and you saw him against 2s and, but in much of saying that, you see what you got as backup, bruh. You could have paid Cooper Rush what he wanted, and he wouldn't even trip because you're gonna need a backup quarterback. As like I say, the poll is up in the chat. Are y'all done with the Joe Milton experience? Are y'all done with that? Y'all don't want no more of that. All right, Nasty Nate, I see you out there. Ooh, we about to get this condensed playback watch going on, but. What else is the stats? I just went and got Pro Football Focus. I need to go ahead and subscribe to get the Pro Football Focus Plus. So I'm looking to go ahead and do that, get that subscription so we can start tying everything up in here. We're going to really start taking a real deep look up in here, y'all. So, Joe Milton that offense with him just not could get it done. But you see some things. You see things that you're like, bro, okay, yeah. He had a pass to Jalen Crawford that he ended up dropping, but then you see a good deep pass play to Jonathan Mingo, and then right after he gets that catch, he gets hurt. It's like, come on, bro. Secondary wise, I mean, your boy Kier Elam shows he's going to be able to play. Kimon Hall, bro, he played some football last night. He plays some football. Zion Childress, I like him. I really likes him. I like what he do on the football field for sure. Real talk. But like I said, Joe Milton or Will Greer, it just didn't happen. It's not happening at the backup quarterback position right now. You know what I'm saying? Miles Sanders, like I said, he looked shaky and rusty as hell, bro. He really did. Deuce Vaughn, I love him being an undersized guy, but are you cutting Phil Maffa for Deuce Vaughn? Hell, at this point, I'm not even cutting Malik Davis for Deuce Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? But you got Javonte Williams. You're going to have Jaden Blue, Phil Maffa. So that's about 3 right there. You got Hunter Lupick. But then you also got to, who's going to be the other guys? Miles Sanders, it looked like he could have did something, but I'm like, nah, bro. You look rusty as fuck. He really did. And with the receivers, how can we evaluate these receivers if you got Joe Milton throwing that thing? That's kind of where the poll vote is coming. Are you done with the Joe Milton experience? Because let's say this Friday coming up in your last preseason game, you throw Will Greer out there and the same thing happens. The offense go 3 and out on their first 2 possessions. They can't do nothing. They can't hit in on any pass plays. What will be the evaluation? See, you set your evaluation as a squad back when you're playing that goddamn poor. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the deal? Now, John Stevens, I like. Even though he got hurt, I like him. He did pretty good. But like I said, it's hard for me to really see what's going on with the receivers if you got Joe Milton out here who can't be accurate and throw the football correctly. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on now. That's something that got to be said. And that's something that this organization and the coaching staff has got to ask themselves. Look, are we so much worried about trying to find out if Joe Milton can play football, or are we worried about getting the most evaluation out of everybody in our offense? Because like I said, for the receivers, it's hard to tell when your quarterback can't get them the football. And it ain't due because he ain't got no time. It's Joe Milton got all the time. Dude just not, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? James Houston? Not James Houston. Yeah, James Houston, bro. I told y'all last week when we did the all 22 look. And that's a home run. Here come the comeback. Here come the comeback. Oh, that's just a solo home run. All right, that's cool. Guerrero Jr. Yeah. Like I said, Jack Stanborn, he did pretty. James Houston, he's been coming on. Pion Winfrey, I likes him. For sure. Troy Pride actually had an okay game. What about Andrew Booth, y'all? We've been hard on Andrew Booth. We've been hard on that guy. And he gets him a goddamn pick 6, bro. What? You look up like, what is you running? Is you trying to run and he ran it back? You trying to be out there looking like you trying to be out there looking like prime time running it back. But what is crazy, when you go look at the stats, you'll see a lot of the defensive backs with the higher tackle number. That means up front, we're not getting it done. A lot of people want to say Mozzie had a good couple of plays. Bro, I'm here to tell you, anything that was in the interior, Jay Toa, whatever his name is, bro, they was getting washed. What? My problem is you do not have depth on this football team right now, bro. The Ravens, like I said, the Ravens for the longest have been having success. They have been picking at the back of the draft for a while. And you mean to tell me their 2s and 3s are that much better than yours? Bro, like, not even just that much better. They were that much physical than you on top of that. The Cowboys have a long way to get physical, bro. If you're look, to me, the only way Schottenheimer can get fired this year is if like they win 2 games or something like that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. But They are not a physical football team. And now how can you say that? Bro, they didn't even have all they wants. All I'm saying is, bro, you are what your depth is too, bro. It's a long season. You need that depth. And what I'm looking at, bro, nah. Defensively, the way I look at it, the offense is going to have to put up 30-plus points a game. A high 20s clip. Like 28, 29 points a game just to have a chance. And let's say Micah actually holds out. Let's say if he takes it to that level and he holds out, oh, you really fucked. Hey, Jerry, go ahead and get him paid, bro. Because you're going to need that pass rush because it was a lot. Now, there was times Marshawn Nealon caused hell. James Houston caused hell. I see it. But you're going to need that. You're going to need that Micah Parsons guy. You're going to need that number 11. All right, Boch, you might want to get Ivaldi out of there. Only problem is he don't trust his bullpen. All right, let's go ahead and run it. Let's go ahead and run it, y'all. Y'all know I can't do it live like that. They'll shut me down. But I'm just letting y'all know we running it live, all right? We running it live. So, you know, this is what I'm looking at on the screen right here, going back and forth. They go first down, right over our linebacker's head, coming across on the drag route. Easy money. Great protection that they had. We couldn't get back there. First drive, like I said, the first couple drives always hit us raw. That was a good stoppage run right there. Damone Clark, like I said, he played big. Like I said, I would play this one live, but good pass rush, Marshawn Nealon on that one. Good pass rush on that. Jack Stanborn with the tackle. Jack Stanborn, I see what they like him. First third down and long, 3rd and 9. Boom! Good hit right there, James Houston. Good hit right there. They ruled it a forward pass, but you got in the 3rd and long situation, and the defense actually got off the field. Actually, the first 2 drives for the defense weren't too bad. They got off the field, and you got to the passer. You know what I'm saying? They were able to rush the passer, and I think they won't have no issue doing that once they get everybody in there, along with a Micah Parsons. But it's like, bro, the jury is out. Y'all not a physical football team. You're going to see people run it all down your throat. That's what I see. My bad if I'm doing, like I said, bro, I'm still coming over the sickness. They had a penalty on the punt, and they went and did it again. And let's see if I think it was another penalty that happened to this that ended up moving us more back. Who? Jalen Tolbert, motherfucking ass. Yeah, Jalen Tolbert wants the, illegal block in the back. Yeah, come on, Tolbert. Come on, Tolbert. You got to do way better than that, bro. Miles Sanders, like I said, you had a good cutback lane. You could have got you 3 yards. Instead, you ran into the back of everybody and got nothing. On the second play, what happens? We give a tall sweep. What's up, baby? And he bumbles the snap. He's bumbling the snap. And then he goes back there. Girl, you done wasted this everywhere.
Got ice cream all over her. It's fine. Come on.
Girl, you look like you've been. Then 3rd down, what happens? Hold on, let me pause it. It's all right. You all right? No, don't do that. She about to go crazy. And then on the 3rd down, come on, Joe Milton. You looking at one side of the field the whole time, bro. You got to look at the whole field, bro. Your field is just not there, bro. You ain't got that long right there. And then on top of that, hold on, bro. You looked at the slant and didn't even throw it, bro. Like, you right before you would have got hit, it's right there. Throw it to him. Boy, I can't wait till the all 22 come out. You looking right at it and you clutched it. Why? That's kind of where we at with the Joe Milton experience. Like, bro, you looked at him, you waited for him, you stared it down, waited for him, looked at him, double clutched, and then took the sack. What's wrong with you, bro? Come on, man. Real talk, bro. You stared it down, waited for him, clutched it, and got sacked. Bro, you got to get rid of the football, bro. You got to. I can show y'all what, you know what I'm saying? I just can't be playing the whole thing. But let's just show it. They kind of give all 22 for it. All right. Here you go. You see it. But the main thing you see, bro, you stared it down. He right there. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Throw the ball, bro. What is you doing? You sitting there holding it. He's right there, bro. Literally, he's sitting right here, bro. And you have the defensive back trailing and everything, bro. You have got to get rid of the ball. Like I said, you waited for him, stared him down, double clutched. Bro, get rid of the football. Come on, man. That's the type of stuff where we're like, bro, hey, oh, now Josh Young back in. Nah, bro, you should have let Freeman continue to get the hits, man. Because now he come right in here about to strike out. But yeah, you look at that and I'm like, bro, you're sitting right there staring at it. Why don't you throw it? Why don't you throw it? But he didn't, and he took the sack. So some of the stuff we're dealing with it, not only just the sack, he took the safety. That's the stuff you're dealing with in the Joe Milton experience. Is it because it wasn't a 30-yard pass? You didn't want to throw it, but damn, bro, you stared it down, waited for him, stared it down, and double clutch like, bro, it was right there. And I believe that right there set you back. That set you back. This is where we starting to get gashed in the run game. That first drive, they was like, all right, let's not get in third and long. Let's see if they can stop the run, and here they come. Oh, good second down stop right there by Jack Sanborn, though. First down. D-line gets pushed back, which has been a thing. They give a draw play and get big yards. Get 9 yards off that. Jay told, bro, I don't know what to tell you. This is where Andrew Booth got caught on. We're like, bro, why is he still out there? And a lot of people are like, bro, he can't be starting week 1. And here you go. Oh, good run play. We're getting cleared out the way. That Jay Toa dude, he had a bad game, bro. He had a bad game. And Mozzie, god damn, bro, you pushed all the way downfield, bro. All the way downfield. They're just moving the ball. We got lucky. We could have got a pick right there, but he ended up dropping the pass right there. We got lucky. We got lucky. They draw again, run it. Stiff arm to Maurice Leofow, but at least he got there to slow him up, and here come the defensive back, Elam and Bell. Good gang tackling by the DBs right there. 3rd and 9 again. Over Andrew Booth. This is where we like, come on, y'all. We got to get rid of him. 3rd and 9 on a good out route for the first down. They convert. Big run play right here on 1st and 10 inside the 20. 9-yard run, basically. Oh, it was a 10-yard run. Now it's 1st and goal. Somebody got put on their back, but they got tackled, which actually helped them out. That was a holding call, so they ended up moving them back. Or otherwise, they would have called another touchdown. Turn the fan on in here, hopefully. My adrenaline start running. Till you get a little hot up in that, boy. And as you see, they kept going after Andrew Booth for real. 2nd and goal. They pump fake. Cooper Rush got all day. He throws it in the dirt, but Simeon, boy, I see you, Simeon. I see you, Simeon. Now 3rd and goal. All day to throw. Cooper Rush really has a touchdown right here over Andrew Booth, but he ends up throwing that boy all the way away. So Cowboys got lucky and they only get a field goal. But outside of that, I'm like, nah, bro. They could have been done. Yeah. Don't trip. Don't trip. And like I asked the question last week, how do y'all feel about Jalen Cropper being, you know what I'm saying, return guy? This time Joe Milton actually gets rid of it to Tolbert. Yes. 2nd and 8. Play action boot. Why don't you just run? You throw it to Hunter Lupic, but that's not a decision you want to be doing to a fullback. Jalen Cropper, you got to catch that. That was actually a great throw. That was actually a great throw by Joe Milton right there. That actually was, man. That was actually a good throw, man. That was a good throw, man. Sitting in the pocket. You got all day. That was a hell of a strike. You got to catch that, Cropper. You got to catch that, my boy. You got to catch that. That makes us punt. So, like you say, man, you see some good things, but you see too many bad things. Damn, the Rangers got 13 hits. Y'all could have used that shit last night. Diggs and Lamb chopping it up on the sideline. Kiki giggling. Okay, good. Stop right there. Zion Childress comes up in the box, makes a stop. I like Zion, bro. Okay, there goes Shamar James filling up the gap. People want to say Mozzie blocked it up. Nah, I don't know about all that, but great job of Shamar James getting up in there. Now you're in another 3rd and long. 3rd and 8. They bring the pressure, and here come Andrew Booth with the pick. I think that was actually a bad pass by Cooper Rush, but nonetheless, Andrew Booth ends up getting it, and he gets the pick 6. That boy tried to high step like he was Dion. Slow down there, bro. Slow down there, fam. Hold on, man. Oh, they about to show the replay. Hold on, fam. That boy tried to act like he was Dion. Hold on, fam. Hold on, fam. What was that? Look at it real quick. You know, okay, you got the face mask part right. Dion didn't bail though. That was a bad pass. Let's be real. That was a bad pass. And then he trying to act like Dion going down the sideline. Slow down, boo. But he did have a good game. After that first drive, bro, after the first couple of drives, he did have a good game, bro. He should have got scored on the last possession, but Cooper Rush showed that he's a backup quarterback for a reason, too. Because that was a bad throw, and he missed that throw in the end zone, too. So for Andrew Booth to be trotting down the sideline like that, I don't know about all that, brother. I don't know about all that. I don't know. The Houston Texans are trading John Mechie III to the Philadelphia Eagles. What? Hold on, let me pause this. What? John Mechie III is from the Houston Texans being traded to the Philly. So you got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and you throwing in John Mechie in there? Oh, boy. So we got Bland. You got Elam. Hopefully you get Diggs. The Eagles just traded for John Mechie III. Wow. You putting your sheet on the bed? Yeah. Go ahead. Do it big then. She gonna be a sports head when she grow up. Hopefully, I teach her the right things first, and then get her into sports. But she gonna be a sports head when she grow up. It's all good. It is all good, y'all. But yeah, man. I just had to break that, man. The Philadelphia Eagles get another receiver. Why? Because I don't even know why they getting a receiver. Look, I'm not gonna say Jalen Hurts is bad because he's been to 2 Super Bowls and he's won a Super Bowl. So he has that for damn sure going for him, but all them receivers ain't basically going to make him throw the ball much more better. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion, But at the same time, another weapon? Yeesh. All right, now back to the game watch. Back to the condensed watch. Like I said, as soon as the all 22 come out, we going to drop some. I'm hoping it comes out like it did last week, about around 8 o'clock or something like that. And we can, you know what I'm saying, have a good look. Good job, Shamar James, right there on the pass breakup. Great job. What's that? That was a good pass breakup. And then on the second down, you get Damone Clark to run him down sideline to sideline. Good play right there. 3rd and 8. Ooh, that motherfucker James Houston. Boy, hold on. Let me just giving y'all a couple. Bro, the tackle got a head start jumping out there, and he still got put on his back. At the top of the screen. Here on his back, bro. I bet Cooper Rush was feeling that. Although we give up the big play. That was a good two-play series. Just couldn't get to the passer in time, and we weren't covering good enough. We give up the 3rd down conversion. 1st down, good pressure right there. They throw it to the tight end off the play action boot. How y'all feel about Israel McQuamu playing? He was playing everywhere. How do y'all feel about him playing safety? How did y'all feel about that? That wasn't a bad look. Ooh, we give up 8 yards on that run. Or it was 6 yards on that run. 3rd and 2. They run it right down the good big hole. Defensive line just gets washed quickly. But yeah, Israel McQuamu playing safety. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, is he going to tackle? I don't know. But if we had to, with John Mechie the third going to Philly, you might have to play with a lot of more, you know what I'm saying? Cover guys out there. And that's going to suck because they can run the football. Ravens moving the football right now. Ooh, great pass rush by Pierre Winfrey. I'm telling you, he had a good game, bro. Y'all know I can only show y'all small clips of it because if I show y'all too much, they're going to bam you. Hold on, I'm trying to see where he bull. Ooh, good bull rush right there. Okay. Let's look at Pion Renfrey right here. Ooh. And you saw James Houston as well. You saw James Houston force the pocket as well. My bad, y'all. I'm still a little bit under the weather now. They throw the receiver screen. Damone Clark did run sideline to sideline again. As soon as the all 22 come out, I can show y'all more. But how was that a catch, bro? Last time I checked, y'all said that was not a catch. Y'all fucked us on that, bro. They did, bro. Last time I checked, when did they say this was a catch? You know what we say, bro? If that was a catch, Dez caught it, bro. Come on, bro. That's literally the same damn play, bro. And y'all said that's a catch, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck. I'm not mad at him challenging that, but bro, that was literally the same exact thing Dez Bryant did, and y'all said that was incomplete. You literally robbed us out of our chance to break the NFL or that streak of NFC championship games. Shit. Good job by the run defense, at least trying to hold him down on 3rd and goal. They at least tried to hold him down right there. Ooh, I like the fight back right there. I see y'all fighting back. Now it's 4th and goal. Play action boot. Nobody gets there. Receiver is just running across all day. Who is 39? 39. You were beat from the jump. That was all your fault. You were too busy looking at the quarterback and not even looking at your man. Your man just literally ran across the back of the end zone, bro. Oh, it was a zone play. Never mind. It was zone play. But then 39 went over there like it was his guy. Pride had his guy locked up. Yeah, you just let your dude run free like that. You can't do that, bro. Then they get the field goal. It's 12-7, basically in the second quarter. Like I said, we're running through the condensed playback right now. And like I said, we'll see some things, and I'll pull it up and see what y'all think about it and all that type of stuff. When the all 22 come out, I'll be able to live stream that, and I can't live stream it all because they'll still ban me, but I can show you more and more and more. So, all right, now we trying to run it again. Who is this? Miles Sanders. Now he wants to try to cut back, only he gets nowhere. Try to look at the offensive line. Okay, good seal right there from Tyler Booker. Good seal right there from Tyler Booker. As you see, he was able to get square and turn his. He was able to turn, get the alley right there, and Miles Sanders ran right behind it. That was a good play by the rookie. Good play by the rookie. Let's see where he at right there. Good seal right there. Get him turned. Hey, as a youngster, if you can do that, you can engage and turn and you know what I'm saying, bro. Not many youngsters do that like that in their early season. But this is the possession where Miles Sanders started looking like he was getting the rust out. I started looking like, okay, he got a little bit. He damn near started looking like Eddie George in that number 27 to me for a minute. 3rd and 1, they trying to go for it again. Oh, it's a play action. It was a bad play action. And then we just can't throw a good pass to Jalen Cropper right there. We just miss it. We just miss it. 4th and 1. Handed off to Miles Sanders, and he stood the hell up. Stood the hell up. Don't get nowhere. Let's see what happened on the offensive line. Nate Thomas didn't do too bad right there. On that 4th and 1, he didn't do too bad. I think the linebackers just feel. The linebackers and the defensive back they feel. That's all that would happen. I honestly believe, Miles Sanders, you got to hit that hole way harder, bro. You know it's 4th and 1, bro. You're kind of lollygagging. You're kind of lollygagging on that handoff, bro. Go ahead. Y'all look at it. Does it look like he lollygagging? Does it look like look? Does it look like he lollygagged to get it? Bro, it's 4th and 1. You got to hit the hole, bro. You got to get the ball and you got to hit the hole, bro. Because I'm looking at it, bro. Nate Thomas and them actually did their job. They actually blocked pretty good. You just took forever to get there, and the pursuit got to you. Good run defense right there. Damone Clark had a hellacious game, bro. He had a good first half for damn sure. Come on, Shamar James. You got to read that in the flat a little bit more quicker, bro. You got to read that a little more quicker, my guy. 1st and 10. They're basically on the inside on the 29-yard line. They run it to the outside, and it's a big run. Gain for about 6 yards, 6-7 yards. Damone Clark makes the tackle, but damn. They had a false start. Bro, we got turned off. Peyton Turner got turned all up in there, bro. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. All right. After the flag, still 1st down. So we ended up getting bailed out. They were offsides. They run it again. We get in the backfield. Damone Clark, like I said, he played with his hair on fire, bro. I have to give him his props. He played with his hair on fire. James Houston really made the play for him. Look at James Houston right here, bro. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him real quick. You see him right there. And Damone Clark follows, but look. You take on the fullback so ain't nobody can be there to block for him. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Then they left him unblocked, but then we make the play. Kimon Hall, he showed up on film a lot as well. He showed up on the TV a lot. 3rd and 13, y'all got to get off the field, and they bring the blitz. Kwamu runs into James Houston. We got lucky. This wasn't a pass interference on Troy Pride right here because he was definitely all over the back. He was definitely all over the back, but they didn't call it. He was definitely all over the back, but they didn't call it. And then Baltimore kicks another field goal, and it's good, making it 15-7. We're getting close to, we're at basically under 4 minutes in the second quarter. Like I said, bro, defensively, they started getting their sales back. I can't wait till the all 22 come out and like we can really sit down here and break it down for y'all, man. But the offense, bro, is not giving you no chance. That's basically what has happened in both these preseason games. The defense, as the game has went on, has gotten a little better. Okay. Who is that? Stevens? That was a good job to get rid of the ball and throw an accurate ball to Stevens right there for about a 13-yard game. Okay. You got time. You got time. You got scared. You saw the pressure coming and you sailed it on Ryan Flournoy right there. 2nd and 10, you hand it off to Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn runs tough. Get you about 3 or 4. Was that Tyler Booker basically pushing the pile right there? Hold on, let me see. That was him pushing the pile right there. That's why Deuce Vaughn was able to get those extra yards right there. Look at him. Look at him battling. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Look at him battle. Right here. Look at him battle, though. Look at him battle, though. Okay. I see you. I see you. I see you, Book. I see you, Book. Ah, come on, Hoffman. You got to do a way better job than get rid of the ball. Stop playing. But Hoffman, you got to do a way better job of pass protection. You got whipped on that one. Let me look back at that one. You got whipped on that one, my guy. Trying to see what was the breakdown because it looked like they brought a blitz, but it looked like they fooled them. Great blitz pickup by Deuce Vaughn, though. Hold up, bro. The little dude getting the pass pro. Hold up. Bro, let's look at it. Hold on. Hold on. Look at it. But Hoffman really got. Good job. Good job, Deuce Vaughn. But yeah, Hoffman really got hit up on that one. Truth be told, he got hit up. He got hit up. Come on, Tolbert. You almost got an unnecessary penalty right there. Receiver screen. Good job by Kamal Hall by at least running it down. He didn't quit on the play. Now we're about to get to the 2-minute warning. Here we go. Cooper Rush in the 2-minute warning against our defense. We're giving up a lot of ground. Andrew Booth. That ain't Andrew Booth. That was Troy Pride. How y'all feel Pride did in the game? Pocket press. Oh, you dropped it and we get another interception. Come on, Hall in there, boy. Right place, right time. Right place, right time. I'm going to be honest with you. Cooper Rush did not have a good game this game. For real. Sitting there. Break down on it. That's the only guy in your zone. Great job. Great job. Come on, Hall. Now, that's actually a drop. What do you say? That's a drop. But, hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Sit there. Nobody else in your go get it. That's what happens when you hustle to the football. Good things will happen to you. Good things will happen to you. Good thing the ball just finds you when you play your position and you get up in there. Now, here we go. You got another chance, and what do? The very next play, we throw it right back away. And I have no idea what Joe Milton was thinking and saw on there. They were saying on TV that Mingo he got inside, but he should have brought it back outside. Even if he did, bro, that just wasn't a smart throw, bro. That wasn't a good decision. It really wasn't. And you really knocked points out of the drive. That fucked up basically your momentum going forward. And I can see Brian Schottenheimer over there pissed the fuck off. Hold on. You'll see it in the background right up here. Pissed the fuck off. Oh, that wasn't Brian Schottenheimer, but that was somebody else, though. Look, right up here. What the fuck? Took his headset off. What the hell? That's the type of stuff where the chat, hey, the poll is up. Are you done with the Joe Milton experience? You know what I'm saying? They're about to end the half right here. They're just dinking and dunking it. We're giving them everything long as it's inside. That's really what we're doing. Yeah, you just give up everything, but you got to protect the sidelines in the 2-minute drill. It's about the pass rush right here. They got a little pressure right there, but it wasn't good enough. Good coverage by Pride, though. Pride actually, he played pretty decent. Who's in linebacker? James and Barron. Ooh, Barron ain't got the athleticism like that. And look at Shamar James suplex that guy. Great pressure by Tyrus Wheat. Tyrus Wheat is growing on me, bro. So far in the preseason, film after film, he's been growing on me. They moving it closer and closer. They get another play. You keep them inbounds. That's good. But they got all their timeouts, and I think we know what happens. They kick the field goal, make it 18-7, going into halftime. So that's that. I see we got a little bit in the chat. What's good? Text T in there. What's good? Appreciate you for tuning in. Miles is trying to read the whole, you can't do that on fourth. Bro, on 4th and 1, you got to take it and you got to go, bro. He lollygagging, bro. And I'm looking like, bro, the offensive line actually did good, bro. You just gave time for the pursuit of the defense. Give credit to their linebackers. They filled the hole. But you gave them time to go up in there. You know what I'm saying? I just hope we don't lose a young stud trying to stash him. Come on, Hall. You got to be fucking kidding me, bro. You give up a 2-run homer. Now it's safe. Boy, if y'all lose this game, I'm still looking at the Rangers. I just hope we don't get to lose a young stud trying to stash him. Kamon Hall, Zion Childress, or Trayshawn Holden, trying to keep Booth, Cropper, or Brooks. And you know what? That is a big, big, big take right there because, like I said, breaking news, the Eagles did get another receiver. They went and got another receiver, John Mechie III. So they keep rolling guys out there, and you're right. If you keep Booth, that means, Zion Childress, a guy that I like, and I think he can do some things on special team. He can give you the 2-for-1 deal. You know what I'm saying? Trayshawn Holden, I really like Trayshawn Holden right here. And if Jonathan Mingo, if any words about him is if he's going to have to miss significant time, you damn sure got to think Trayshawn Holden got to stay. Do you take him up over Ryan Flanoy? That's the question that you asked right there. But for real, I mean, Jalen Cropper, I like him, but is Kevontae Turpin going to have that big of an influence in this offense? Because if that's the case, then I'll put Cropper as a returner. But if that's not the case, if you're not going to make him, that much involved in the offense and you're going to just really run with Kevontae Turpin at special teams, there might not be no reason for Cropper to be on the team. And Jalen Brooks, I think we've seen this. My only problem with the receivers is how you're trying to evaluate them right now is, bro, you got Joe Milton throwing them the damn ball. It's really been hard these last 2 weeks to really evaluate the receivers because we're really just going off of receivers getting like two catches a game. We're really evaluating 2 catches from every receiver, basically, these last 2 games. So that's kind of where I'm like, kind of shook on for. But you bring a great point right there, bro. Like, you keep a guy like Tolbert, Cropper, Booth, you know what I'm saying? You probably got guys who are young and hungry that can actually develop to be something better and to do something. But, hey, they're trying to win championships. That's what the front office say. On to the second half. Like I said, I've been under the weather. I was supposed to do this live yesterday. I've been just trying to get back right, y'all. Real talk. I've been trying to shake back, yo. Whew. Tuesday we'll be at the Cowboys open practice, although them motherfuckers don't do shit. They really don't. I almost don't even want to go. But you know, for the content and everything like that, we'll pop up in the trenches. We'll do that. All right, start of the second half. We're on offense. Tyler Booker holding his guy up. Great job at the offensive line right there. Bass got upfield. Good job at the offensive line again. Great. That was actually a good throw. Get it out on time to Ryan Flanoy right there by Joe Milton. Like I said, Joe Milton actually, he did some things. It's just he's too slow to do some things. And I think on the boot, he throws it on the run, but he throws it way behind Jonathan Mingo, and we have to punt. He can do some. I just think Schottenheimer will benefit more from him if he, ran a little bit more tempo. Get your plays out a little bit much more faster. That's me personally. Oh, good job right there. Tyrus Reed almost forced the fumble right there. Great job by Tyrus Reed. Like I said, I've been seeing 91 flash everywhere. Everywhere. I don't know what to tell y'all about Mozzie, though. I don't know what to tell y'all about him, bro. This just might not be the place for him. This just might not be the place for him, bro. Good Lord, they drive. But I'm looking and I'm like, bro, some other folks is getting in there. Bro, Mozzie can't even get a push, bro, against one-on-one. I know they be sending a lot of bodies at him, but even one-on-one, bro, he's not even pushing through, bro. Look here. Hold on, bro. Even one-on-one, bro. You see that? Let's bring it back. He's not even getting the push, bro. He not. One-on-one, he ain't getting no push. Now, like I said, if you going against two people, I can understand. But damn, bro, what's the deal? Come on, Andrew Booth. You got to block better than that. What do y'all think about Kelly? To me, him and Trayshawn Holden, they almost look like they got the same skill set. Deuce Vaughn runs right up the middle and gets nothing. Although the offensive line, bro, I will say this, the strength of this team is the offensive line, bro. Nate Thomas was still in the game, and you see him getting to the second level like that. Hold on, let me look at it again. Does his job getting to the second level. What does Booker do right here? I'm just having to look at the whole offensive line one time. You try to look at everything. The all 22 make it look better. You saw both of them get to the next level. You saw both of them, Nate Thomas and Booker, get to the next level. You saw both of them get to the next level. You see both of them get to the next level. Both of them get to the next level up in there. Now Nate Thomas didn't keep his guy, engaged with him, but at the same time, you do see it. You do see it. Deuce Vaughn had nowhere to go. Defensive back knew the play was coming, and he just shot the gap. Wasn't nothing we could do. Jonathan Mingo couldn't push him enough off the perch. He couldn't push him into the wash. If you push him into the wash, Deuce Vaughn can actually bounce out to the outside, but you didn't really give it no chance. Little time, he throws deep. Here's Jonathan Mingo. Great catch. Now that's a throw that you put in the breadbasket, Joe Milton. This is a play you put in the breadbasket. I think Baz got his ass whooped on that one. But I said one thing about Joe Milton. He actually works good in the pocket, bro. He can actually move in the pocket. Now, he didn't need to throw to Joe Milton. He had his check down wide open. He could have threw it to his check down, but other than that, that's not what he chose to do. All right, we'll just let it go. We'll let it run. That was a good throw by Joe Milton, though. Great job by Jonathan Mingo, too. He almost dropped that bit. But that was a perfect pass because that was right in the breadbasket. You got time. You got time. He throws it again to him, and bow, he lands wrong, and now he's out the game. 2nd and 10. Hand it off to Deuce Vaughn. He gets to the outside. Runs into the back of Jalen Brooks. And then we get a penalty on Ryan Flanoy. That basically kind of killed the drive right there. Basically a drive killer. You're going to have to basically settle for 3. See? You try to get it back on the Deuce Vaughn play right there. Now it's 3rd and 13. Can you hold up again? Good job, Tyler Booker. Good job, Tyler Booker. Let me look at that again. And Nate Thomas, bro. Oh, my goodness. Nate Thomas and Booker, bro. This was a hell of a rep by them right here on this 3rd and 13. Nate Thomas went in there and got 2 dudes. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at real quick. But Nate Thomas went in there and got him 2 dudes. Look at it. Look at it. And then spun around and got another one. And you see Tyler Booker, he's handling business on the other side. Bro, Tyler Booker showed he going to be able to do some things, bro. Real talk. He's showing he going to be able to do some things. That was good kick out by him. And I mean, Nate Thomas, bro, like I said, he blocked down and spun around and then caught the looping defensive stunt. Bro, hey, Nate Thomas show he might just be that guy for that left tackle job while Tyler Guyton is out. Like I said, the depth and the strength of this team is on their offensive line. They just got to figure out who do they want to put at left tackle. That's really what they got to find out. And Nate Thomas is showing he can be capable of that. So far. Just so far. Oh, Andrew Booth with the tackle. But when your DBs are tackling, that's not always a good thing. Good play, Andrew Booth right there. A lot of people don't like Booth, and they're like, bro, don't take this preseason to heart. If you run with him out there in the season, he's going to get torched. Andrew Booth with another tackle, although that check down got the first down, but he did make the tackle. Run kick out right there. This was by far Andrew Booth's best game. Now, like I said, those first couple drives, he really got work, but he really bounced back. Any of these D linemen they got. James Houston played a lot, though. Get pushed forward. Push forward on the 3rd and 1. Y'all know, like I said, if you can't stop short yardage, then y'all might as well chalk game 1 against the Eagles as a loss. Great pass rush right there. Was that a blitz or was that pass rush? Who's number 57? Because he sure got back there and forced that throw. That was offensive pass interference that they didn't call. Dude grabbed Troy Pride's face mask, bro. Come on, referees. Y'all got to be way better than that. He grabbed his face mask. That should have been offensive pass interference. Ooh, great pressure. That was great pressure, but unfortunately, we get the illegal contact to the helmet. We get the rough in the pass. I don't like it, but it is what it is. You got to lower it, bro. You got to lower the boom. Who was that lowered the boom, though? Let me go back and look. That was good pressure, though. On 3rd and long, they showed they could get home, and that was my main thing that they didn't show week 1 against the Rams. Oh, they brought a blitz. Yeah, that's what happened. Let me see. It was number 57 again. I need to see who that is. Ugh. He went after the ball. You don't even need to go to the ball at that point. You just got to hit him right in his numbers, bro. It's really what you're going to have to do. Good play by the defense, but unfortunately, we give them a little bit more life, and you know what happens after that, after you basically give them that. Basically, you put them in the red zone, and here they go running the football, getting 4 yards of whop. Boy, Rangers, if y'all blow this game, bro. If y'all blow this game, cuz, for real. Y'all bet not. But we do get a legal procedure against the Ravens. Run it back. 2nd and 10. Try to get pass rush. Oh, great recovery right there by Zion Childress right there. And great job to not get pass interference to actually look back. He read the eyes, turned around. Great job, Tyrus Reed. Great pressure, Tyrus Reed. Great pressure right there. Make him settle for a field goal. That makes it 21-10. Going late into the third quarter. How did y'all feel how we was executing on the kickoffs as well? Y'all like how we were like, it wasn't even squib kicking or anything like that, but they were kicking it to where it stayed in bounds just enough to make them make a decision. Great play action boot rollout from Milton to Stevens on a first down play. Now we on 2nd and 3. Play action again. You got all day Joe Milton. Throw it right in the bread basket to Ryan Flanoy. First down. Now you see a little tempo. You see Joe Milton playing good. Oh, now we have a bad snap, but good recovery by Joe Milton. Good recovery by him, and then ended up throwing it away. But bad snap. I don't know if that's a bad snap or did we take our eye off the ball right there. Good look. Let's see what it's talking about. That's a bad snap. It's really a bad snap. That was really a bad snap. All right, drop back pass again. You got all day. Run it. And don't run scared. Run. And I think you should do more of that. You should do more running. And it was a legal contact, so it was a free play anyway. But come on, man. If you got to run, run. The offensive line has really been good for the Cowboys. Here come Phil Maffa. Great run right here, boy. Phil Maffa has been showing why they like him. What we got? Now we in the fourth quarter. Play action boot. You don't set your feet, but you throw it in the bread basket to Jalen Brooks. Like, one thing I would say about Joe Milton, as bad as it looks, he keeps grinding, bro. There you go. You run it on the play action, get you some yards. You know, when you can run the football as a quarterback, that makes the defense have to do extra things. That'll actually help you passing. He throws it to Kelly right there, but that was a bad pass right there. Bad pass. You clearly didn't know your receiver right there. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Pressure. We're sacked. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Basically, it was a blitz pressure. One came free. You got to be able to read. I mean, he held the ball, but you got to be able to read it, man. You can tell how double A gap, blitz. Yeah, you got to know somebody's coming free. Throw it underneath. Throw it underneath. And I get it. You need a touchdown, but you can't be taking sacks neither. It might have been a bad play call, to be honest with you, but I'm looking at it. You don't have enough time. But you could have threw it to the back of the end zone. Jalen Brooks did break open. He did break. I'm looking at him playing it all again. It was basically zero coverage, double A gap. Yeah, quarterback just don't have that much confidence to throw that football like that, bro. He just don't have it, man. He's got to find it. He has got to find it. He really does, bro. And I hope he does. But like you say, do you think Will Grier is better? If that go down again, I think you're in trouble even if we stay healthy. Because I think you're going to have to put up 30-plus points a game. Then we give up a big return right here. You're going to have to score that many. I just think the defense ain't that physical enough. 51, you got moved all out the way. Barron, you got locked on blocks. Shamar James, you just picked the wrong gap. Bro, linemen are getting to the second level with ease. Defensive linemen are getting stiff on him. Boy, there's Jay Toll, he looked like Mozzie out there, bro. I'm going to be real with you. It just don't look like it's a need. 31, what do we do? We give up a couple. Oh, great double. There you go. See? Close the damn game out. Boy, check down that goes. Oh, my gosh. 39, bro. Whoever you are, I have been seeing you get worked on film, bro. You have no business coming up to tackle, bro. This is the second week I done seen you get trucked. Then he runs to the outside. But 39, give him his props. He came back and made the tackle. Clark. Personal foul, but it's a face mask on Barron. Now you got to stop him on the 1st and goal from the 3, 2.5. Cut back to the outside. Easy money. Easy money. Easy money. As the Ravens do go up 28-13. And that was basically your game right there. And they're showing it. Why are we slanting one way? All they did was just take us out the way, and they ran to the other side, bro. But had that been our running backs early in the game, we would have ran right into it for some reason. For some reason. I can't tell y'all. Now, a lot of people are going to say the run defense did get better. I mean, you could possibly say that, but they still gave up way too many yards. They still gave up way too many yards. Now we got Will Grier in. Good throw to Fance right there, but he gets hurt. Oh, Evan Carter. Holla. 2-run homer. Finally, Rangers, they get a crooked score. Great pocket, great pocket. Great pocket right there. Great throw from Will Grier right there. Great pocket. Will Grier, find somebody. If not, throw it away. There you go. Oh, Phil Maffa, you got to break that. Hey, Osm Richards, you got to do better than that, bro. You got to do better than that. And then we fumbled the damn football, bro. Come on, man. Hoffman, you got to do a better job than that, bro. On that fumble, that's Hoffman's fault, bro. That's Hoffman's fault. Phil Maffa, you might have to stay in a little bit longer on that one. For pass pick 3rd and 12, they basically blitz. Who is 69, bro? 69 has been jumping out on TV to me as well, bro. He's been having good camp. So that might not be all on Hoffman. That might be on Phil Maffa, actually. Phil Maffa got to slow that down a little bit. Because you're sitting right there in the gap. You're sitting right there in the gap. But then again, where did the pressure come from? The pressure came from the other side. So they actually blocked it correct. Nah, Phil Maffa, you got to stay in there a little bit longer. Now, I don't think Hoffman did himself that good on that play. He could have did better, but Phil Maffa, you were sitting right there for it. I think the play call, Schottenheimer knew what was coming, but Phil Maffa, you got to stay in there a little bit longer. Now we're getting gashed on the run game. Give up 12 right there on the first down run. Sheesh. Looking at it. Phil Maffa. Yeah, it's Phil Phil Moffitt, you got to stay in there a little bit longer, bro. They're showing the all 22 on it. Not the all 22, but Phil Moffitt, you got to, yeah, bro, you looking lost right there. Come on now. You looking lost right there, buddy. Come on now. Another first down run after they got like 12. There go Barron right there with a tackle. Good job, Barron. Ooh, Shamar James, he just got tripped up, but he was there. And Pride gets burnt on that one. They call it a drop, but it was offensive pass interference. We got lucky. That's why he got burnt, basically. I would like to see them start in this season really start to call way more offensive pass interference because I feel the receivers get away with murder, bro. They really do. Check down. Stop that right there. Good job. Come on, Hall. 3rd and 12. Let's get off the field. We're just going to rush 4. Tackle stunt. James Houston, he knew what was coming. He just couldn't get there. But they keep everything in front of him. They missed the field goal, so that happened for them. It's still 28-13. Now here come the offense. 69. Good Lord. Good blocking right there, 69. Hold on, bro. Like I said, last week I pointed him out in the film too. Bro, he's doing some things, bro. Let me look at it one more time. Yeah, bro. Good job to hold up right there. 79 on the other side, bro. Good play. Good play, good rep. Good job to check right there, Stevens. Will Greer throws it deep. Josh Kelly, bro, you got to know when to not Josh. I think his name is Josh. You got to know when to jump for the football, bro. You mistimed Joe jump. They were offsides. We get another. Oh, there go Malik Davis. Great hole right there. Bro, Malik Davis, a lot of people say he could be cut, bro. I like his resurgence, bro. Real talk. And it got called back. Hoffman, you had a bad game this game, bro. Hoffman didn't have that much of a game. Ooh, you got your tight end. Who is that? Fairweather. You got him crushed. Good job, Will Greer, to read the blitz. Get down. Yeah, 3rd and 15. Ain't nothing there. Cornelius. Okay. I like Cornelius. This should be a free play. Yeah, free play. Now it's going to be about 4th and 3. This is basically where the game is out of there. This is basically where the game is out of there. That was a hellacious strike. And then we missed the. Hold on, y'all. I mean, come on. 4th and 3, you can make that play, Will Greer. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. We be on. Hold on, y'all. Look at this. 4th and 13. Oh, it was 4th and 13. But damn, bro. What was that? Was he trying to save his running back from getting crushed? Maybe. But he didn't even give us a chance right there. And now they're already in scoring position. They're just running out the clock. Basically, everything is everything. I think you already know what's about to happen after this. They get their field goal, makes it 31-13, and that's basically game. Now we just trying to run the ball. But like I said, Cornelius, bro, that should have been a flag right there. Cornelius been playing real good. 79 has been playing good. Oh, but he gave up that sack right there. He gave up that sack right there. And Ozzie Richards got his ass whooped right there. Ozzie Richards' stock is going down for me, bro. Stock is going kind of down. He's playing right guard. No, he was playing left guard. Why was you? I don't know. He just got mixed up right there. 79 really got beat. But yeah, that's basically the ball game right there. That's all of that. Like I said, when the all 22 come out, bro, I will do the same thing. We will go over live stream and we will look at the tape, see who's really, really shining, especially in the trenches. And then we're just looking for this Joe Milton experience. What is it really going to be? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got the poll in the chat, bro. Are y'all really done with it? Like I said, it's frustrating looking at him, bro. I know it is, but there's some things that he is doing pretty good. Like I said, his pocket work is not that bad. But it's just decision, man. Like I said, you not seeing the blitz was one thing, but what really shocked me is you stared down your receiver, held the ball, double clutched, and didn't even throw it to him, bro. Like, you can't do that. Especially when you know it's a, third down situation and you're in the goal line. Shit, Vicks, work for your boy. So what your boy been battling, man, but now I feel good enough we can, come to the content and do some things, but try to get some fluids up in them and all that type stuff, get some veg, get some teas and all that type stuff, whatever. That's what we trying to do. Woo! But yeah, I mean, if you're done with the Joe Milton experience, I wouldn't even be mad at you. I see it's about 50-50 in there. People like give him a little, and the people that saying give him some more time are the ones that saying, bro, he does some things good. It's just, he raw. You know what I'm saying? He raw. You got to say it twice. That dude is raw. But the main thing I take away from this, the defensive line interior needs a lot of help. They're going to need another veteran in there. Solomon Thomas was a great pickup, but like I said, Mozzie, he's at this point just a body right now. And everybody else that you brought, I don't know about that. Now, your defensive end situation does look a little bit better than what I thought. James Houston, he's flashing. Tyrus Wheat shows he can play a little bit of ball. Marshawn Needland shows he's looking like he's about to take that second-year jump. You can use him. Sam Williams, we just need to see a little bit more from him. Linebacker-wise, Damone Clark, he had a great game, bro. He flied everywhere around the football. Jack Sanborn, I see what they like in him as well. That's going to be hopefully that can be a nice combination, and hopefully until you get Agent Zero to come back in here and do some things. Secondary-wise, nobody's really feeling Andrew Booth, even though he had a pick six. That was by far probably the best thing he could have did, and I think he led the team in tackles in this game. He had a good pass breakup, and then he had a good pick, but other than that, he had some times that he still got work. So couldn't tell you about that. Israel Mukuamu, if he can play safety, I just don't see him tackling like that, but if he can play safety, then that's an automatic big up right there. What else on the defense? What else are you looking at on the defense? Like I said, James Houston, Pierre Winfrey, he looked like he gonna be able to do something. So you're starting to see a little bit of depth that is making it a little bit better, but it's clear and obvious. You're probably gonna need another corner. Kier Elam you basically didn't even see them really go his way like that. But they're probably gonna need some more corner depth, but it's really the defensive tackle spot. They really need that in a hurry, bro. They need talent right there in a hurry if they're going to get anywhere in this season. Offensively, it's just a Joe Milton roller coaster. And, I think Schottenheimer is saying, he's not really quick to give up on him right now. Let me check. I'm pretty sure they had some post-game interviews. Let me go to my subs real quick to the Dallas Cowboys page. I get around. Yeah, get around. All right. So, let's see. Milton talked after the game. Let's see what he got to say. Because since my poll was about him, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Let me see what he says. All right, let's run it. And like I said, it's a Six Flags roller coaster
For
with him.
sure. If it wasn't for the interception, I feel like it would have been a smooth C+. But right now, I still
I'd
feel
say
like
the
I give
safety
myself
too,
a D,
because you
just
helped
because
them
I got to
all.
clean my eyes up, and just understand that if a boundary safety do roll down on that side, just expect something over top if it ain't cover zero.
What are the biggest things?
How'd you get fooled on that?
When you look back at the tape?
How like smoothly did I play? And how calm was my feet this time around?
His
Instead of being
pocket
on the
work
first play
isn't
of the
bad,
Rams
bro.
game,
I
my
will
feet
say
was
that.
all
I
over the
think that's what
place.
they
Just
like about him.
how smooth was my feet and how clean was my eyes.
Sean Armstrong.
Yeah, just looking at Mingo, knowing that he beat the corner, seeing the boundary safety roll down to that side, and just knowing that I had a one-on-one over there with Mingo in that corner. I just trusted Mingo, but I just got to fix my eyes and see the post safety rolling over there.
Facts.
On the blitz that led to the safety, was it just that you didn't feel the blitzer coming through that side?
Yeah, I didn't see him. I knew my hot responsibilities. I just didn't see him just because there was a bunch over there, and he was hiding between the
Bro,
tight end
but
and
you
the bunch.
stared
So
down
really
your
just didn't see him.
receiver,
Going into your final
waited for him, double clutched, and didn't even get rid of it. That's what I didn't understand.
absolutely have to put on film against the Falcons.
I wouldn't say I have to
See, I
just
didn't catch
have to
most of
put
this 'cause
something
I
on
took
film. I
the-
just feel like I need to
took
just
the
get better
meds and I was out.
day by day, and not just getting 1% better. And taking that up to 2%. And just
But
try
like
to
I
get
said, it's
better.
kind of hard to
challenging my
evaluate
teammates
your
around me
receivers
to keep
if you're
pushing me.
getting these constant
And I just keep
performances.
pushing myself too.
Joe Miller.
Throw an interception in the end zone, deep ball.
Which one? To my the
Do you remember?
yeah. Like I explained, seeing the boundary safety rolling down to the left, just got to get my eyes correct. Seeing the post safety roll over top, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. You say so?
I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah, you could say that. Just got to see the post safety rolling over top, pretty much.
That's basically what Shotty told you. You got to see that coming over. You know what I'm saying? You got to see that coming over. Did Schottenheimer talk? Damone Clark talked. He had a good game. Tyler Booker talked. He had a real good game. Schottenheimer did talk. Let's see what he said.
How concerned are you about Joe Milton right now?
I wouldn't say I'm concerned. I mean, again, he, we didn't get into rhythm offensively.
That's basically what it is.
What we did in the
probably
first
come out of
half
tempo
against the Rams, I think came out with a little bit of a different mindset in terms of trying to run the ball. They got him, they fooled him a little bit on the safety on the third down there. We're trying to get the ball out of his hand fast, and they showed down one side, Calvin, and brought the blitz from the other side, and it just spooked him, and he's got to try to throw that ball away. His feet were kind of talking to him, but it wasn't just Joe. I mean, we got to be able to run the ball.
But like I said, on that safety, bro, he stared down his receiver. He just didn't get rid of it. Well, from what we just saw, what we just witnessed. But that one that after you get the pick and he threw it, I didn't understand what he saw right
better. Got to take care of the football. He throws the ball with a lot of tempo. I thought Hunter had a ball. He could have made a catch on the over. And again, you hit a couple of those things and it gets you going. Sometimes, you need somebody to help you make a play. And I don't think we did a great job of that. I just told the guys, I said, hey, the bottom line is this, we're not going to say that that's just a preseason game. We're not just going to say, oh, we'll be fine. We're going to look at it, because the fact that, we really lost both halves, that is something that we have to get corrected. There's too many good football players, too many good coaches for us to perform the way that we did tonight. So we'll look at the film. We'll find out the things that we did
they can't stop.
Well, there'll certainly be a ton of corrections that we have to make, and we'll dive in.
You got a short
first
week
thing
too,
in the
because
morning.
you got to play Friday.
Before we broke camp, you said, I don't have a backup. After seeing Joe for 2 weeks, you got one left. Do you still feel that way? Or
Yeah, again, I feel like I don't have to decide anything today. We going to keep letting these guys practice. I just told the guys, get ready, because the couple practices this week are going to be really physical, and we have to. But it's like all these position battles. We don't have to decide anything now. I think like with the receivers, we were trying to get a good look at a couple of those guys that were
But
fighting
how if
for
you
those
can't throw
spots,
that
and
bitch?
I thought a couple guys stepped up and did a nice job. I thought, Florino had a couple nice catches. Mingo made a great catch down the boundary, and then I felt like we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with penalties when we would get some momentum, and so we got to be cleaner.
Clarence Hill, DLS Cowboys. Something you got off to a slow start again, and that's something you're not doing as well. It's not just not having plays, but you're not getting first down, which contributes to that. And why are you not concerned with the backup quarterback, Joe Milton's play, whatever, when the opposite side of the field, you got a guy, Cooper Rush, who's won games here, and it shows you what you want in a backup quarterback. Do you know these guys can win games? Something had to happen to Dak Prescott?
Yeah, I think we have to believe that. I think we do believe that. I think, again, when you put a game plan together for these guys and, whether you're playing with Joe or you're playing with Will, you're going to have a plan of how you want to play. Hey, look, Cooper Rush has played in this league for a long time. What he did tonight.
He still was bad tonight, though.
I mean, I've seen him do that for the last 3 years. And so Joe Milton's in year 2, and so again, I'm not panicked. Again, it's not just them. It's us as coaches. It's the other players. It's all that. But the biggest thing for me is, again, we just, we have to balance up the time of possession. We had the defense out there for over 40 minutes. That's too long.
Way too long.
Well, we weren't very good on third down. And we got to be better on third down. And they had a couple of wrinkles in the blitz game that we need to handle a bit better. But for the most part, it's just really us executing, or tonight not executing.
When you said that he should have thrown the ball, you were talking about the interception, or you were talking about the sack safety?
Ask it again.
When you said he should have thrown it away?
Yeah, so we were backed up. We had the negative play, so we called a quick answer. They showed down, and his feet were he was holding on the slant. We were trying to throw a little flat slant combination, and they had 2 free runners, so that was on him. Should have thrown away. Yeah. And that's, and again, like every opportunity you get when he comes over, you're teaching, you're coaching, and you're saying, hey, they showed down, they brought the pressure over here, and you're not going to yell and you're not going to scream. You're going to just teach. And the thing I love about Joe is when you talk to him, he's like, you're right. They got us with a cover 0, late in the game. And he was trying to do right and made a call. And there's a couple other things he probably, could have done a little different.
Brian Todd Archer of the ESPN. You said you want to be a physical team on both sides of the ball. Where do you think you guys, I know your regulars haven't played, but through 2 weeks, how would you assess what you've seen up front from your offensive and defensive line? Yeah, I mean, I just addressed that with the guys. I mean, we're going to have some physical practices this week, Todd.
Like
we need to
have the Cowboys.
We need to play more physical. I know we're more physical than that.
We'll break that boy down.
Again, how do you do that? Well, you do that by having padded practices, and you do that by having your run drills and things like that.
Getting better now.
We're not going to change who we are. We're not going to, sit there and say, okay, hey, well, we're not, a physical team. I'm not ready to say
you heard me say y'all
don't
now
think
built like that, bro.
We're going to be a physical team, and I think we'll show that. But we have to practice that way. We have to have those in our practices, and then bring it into the games.
Second quarter, 4th and 1. You have BB and Booker in there, guys who will be starters for you. Yet you ran to the left, behind your, Nate Thomas, who makes.
Yeah, that ball's supposed to cut back. It's an inside zone run play that's actually supposed to cut back behind the B block of Booker.
That's what I said.
I was penetration on the front side there.
House came out there
zeroed out. They were cover 0. But the ball is supposed to cut back behind those guys. It's an inside zone play that should wrap back.
I know it's
what he was saying.
I have to look at some of the tape, but Booker's play overall.
Yeah, again, I didn't notice him as hard with some of the interior linemen. You guys probably saw it better than I did. But I will say I felt like some of the young guys played really well. I thought Shamar James played really, really well. I noticed him. I think
James,
like
he
you
had
said,
a decent game.
Played good.
Like I said, I already gave my
Damone, who's really not a young player. He seemed like he was flying all over the place. So there's always positives that come from this, and that's what I told the guys. I said, look, it's not good when you lose both halves. Really, you should win at least a half in these preseason games, and disappointed that we didn't, but we're going to get back to work and look for solutions.
John Machado with The Athletic. You had several veteran players playing this game that didn't play in the first one. How do you just kind of generally go about figuring out why play, let's say, like Kyrie Elam and Jack Sanborn and not like Kenneth Murray?
Yeah, if they're younger players, you want to get them anywhere from 10 to 15 snaps is what you're thinking. Kyer's new, Sanborn's, a younger player, where K9's played, a lot of football. So it's usually based off experience. And then for some of the guys, it's just, we want to get them out there and let them play a few snaps. Again, we let all of our guys go through pregame warmups. That was a big part of it for us. We wanted to get Dak and CD and all those guys, to go through the pregame warmups. We think that that's important. So the first time that they do it is not, in a regular season game, but it's a formula based on how much football they've played.
And then I don't know, the TV cameras kind of caught you where probably reading too much in this, but it kind of looked like you were annoyed by the way that they're measuring with the sticks now.
Bruh.
Is that
Let me hold on, Shotty. Before you elaborate on that, how do y'all feel about the virtual replay, bro? Like, they swore that it cut. The only thing that I can see it cutting time is getting the guys from the sidelines to mark the spot and get them back. But I'm like, bro, y'all really taking longer, bro. That's me. Y'all really taking longer. That's what it looked like to me.
They're calling the game and the time it takes.
Well, the technology is definitely different. It's new.
Way different.
It's on a watch now, which is unique. It sounds like it's, those type of issues are happening kind of around the league right now, but it's preseason. Just like the league office isn't going to panic that their system's not working. It's the preseason, just like we're not going to panic, and we're not pushing the panic button. We're pushing the work button, and that's what we're going to do. And
make it sound good, bro.
Get in tomorrow and watch the film, make the corrections. We'll see some guys that probably separated themselves
hopefully in the next couple of hours.
Evaluation process, which is great for them. We'll start to, build the week's plan.
Nick Harris, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. How much did your offensive reps have to change given the time of possession difference in the first half?
Well, again, the thing that I thought we would run the ball better, Nick. I really did. I thought we could run the ball a little bit better, give them some credit. They did a nice job. But really, you try not to press. I thought the defense did a really good job keeping the game to whatever it was. I think, Booth's interception was awesome. It was so great to see him do that. As a one-score game.
Hall's interception was big, too.
Late in the second
It's
quarter.
win for not because
it
we
really
wasn't turning it right back
panic.
over.
But, we got a couple turnovers on defense, and then we turned it over on offense. We get the one sudden change, which we talked about this, all week in terms of can you gather that momentum. The defense gets the fumble, I think, right? And the very first play, we throw an interception. So that's just those are the things you can't do. I think we had the ball around midfield, and Joe knew it right when he came off. I think you guys probably saw it. He took immediate accountability, went over and was talking to the receivers about it, and that's what I love about the guy.
I guess offensively specifically, is it tougher to really evaluate whenever there's only so many given reps? Booker was playing into the third quarter. That's probably not what y'all anticipated, right?
Yeah, no. But again, there was a number count we were trying to get, and when you don't get as many
Booker, like I said, Booker had a good game, bro.
Get the numbers that you want. I think we had him slated for like 20 to 25 plays. I'm not sure exactly what his numbers were, but again, it's a chance for us to get him some live reps that he needs. No, again, we got a number of guys banged up, and we'll get some testing on those guys tomorrow. But number of guys got banged up. We had to throw a lot of moving parts at corner. We had to put Booth back in the game, some things like that. So we got dinged up pretty good out there.
Well, I can't.
Tommy Yarch, DallasCowboys.com. You've talked about getting a quarterback settled into a game when you start with a safety, and then you mentioned the interception after getting one defensively. What goes into resettling a quarterback into the game when you have stuff like that happen? How do you kind of get him back into those situations?
Well, again, you number one, you always continue to have trust in him. I think you saw the third down and long play. We took the shot. He hit the Mingo. And then, unfortunately, we hit a big play, and then we try to, get the ball on the perimeter. We shoot ourselves in the foot. But really, for a young quarterback, it's about stacking plays, Tommy. You know what I'm saying? It's about, okay, get a streak of
really
completion going. Okay, get a completion. Okay, I get 2 completions, then get 3. Then, okay, I missed one. Okay, then start a new streak. Okay, and I think what you find when you do that is they kind of work themselves into a good rhythm, and they feel with a lot more confidence when they're able to do that. So we just we're going to continue to trust Joe, and again, made some great throws, and again, the interception is the first thing that jumps out at me. I wish he'd have that one back.
Facts. You saw coaches on. I showed you. You saw somebody took their headset off.
Do you feel like now? You mentioned some of these guys separated themselves a little bit tonight. Do you feel like where you need to be looking to that final preseason game to make the cuts on game?
I want to watch the film. I think, that's only fair to these players to say, let's watch the film and see kind of, where we are. But yes, do I believe that that's the case? I do think a few guys took major steps today. What I don't get a chance to see a lot of is the special teams. And that's very critical when you talk about constructing your roster and things like that. So I want to definitely see the film. But again, I think there were some guys that I thought, did a really nice job tonight. And once we see the film, we'll have a better idea.
All righty, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And he ain't lying. I kind of want to get a better idea too. I did go around and get Pro Football Focus. I went on ahead and got the app, but I'm about to go ahead and subscribe to the Plus, the Premium, so we can really dig deep up into these things and we'll start sharing. But until I do that, then we'll put it up. I'm probably having a little bit later today, but I'm telling you, we gonna really up the ante up in here. But looking at what Pro Football Focus is saying, bro, you only ran 47 offensive plays, bro. Your total net yards was 173. You're not getting nothing offensively. Nothing. Bro, Ravens had a total of 27 first downs. You only had 7. There's nothing you can do with that. They had 11. The run defense was good. They had 11 rushing first downs, bro, and 14 passing first downs. Cowboys had one rushing first down and then 5 passing first downs. Bro, they're not moving the sticks. There's nothing about the offense. The third down efficiency, boy, they breaking it down. The third down efficiency was damn so piss poor. 53-18. Come on, man. Come on, bro. 12 possessions per both. Ravens had 4 trips to the red zone. You only had 1, bro. 1. Like I said, yeah, we about to get this Pro Football Focus Premium. We about to go ahead and subscribe to that, get the Plus, and we really gonna deep dive. I think they the ones that be breaking down players and stuff like that. So yeah, we gonna go ahead and try to go ahead and do that. We're gonna create an account and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna subscribe to that. So we'll be able to break it down a little bit much more. But like I said, just looking over at the tape, bro, who do you cut at running back is what you're going to say. I think the consensus can go out and say Deuce Vaughn is probably the odd man out. He's one of them. Who else are you leaving off of there? Everybody loves Jaden Blue and all that. So it's like, that's going to be hard. What do we really think about our receivers when they can only get 2 touches, when they can only get 2 catches? Ain't too much we can really think about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Defense, bro, I think the defensive ends, you got actually a little bit of defensive end depth with James Houston coming along. Marshawn Nealon looks like he can take the next step. You don't know what you're going to get from Sam Williams, but it looked like he's going to play outside and in. And then, I think they got, and then you bring in Dante Fowler to help along with Michael Parsons. They actually got a little bit to work with right there on the defensive end. The linebacker spot, it actually makes me feel a little bit better what you got with Jack Sanborn. He actually looked like he could play out there a little bit in this scheme. Whatever Eberflus is bringing, it seemed like Damone Clark is really waking up to it. For the first time in a long time, I've seen him play sideline to sideline, and that was a good thing to see from him. What else we got? Secondary-wise, this is something that you're really going to have to pay attention to. The defensive back room is really going to be something they're going to have to really look at real hard, bro. Because like I said, I think a lot of us is not there with Andrew Booth. No, we don't care if he got a pick 6. We know he can get torched, and he will get torched. We know that. But at the same time, like I said, the Eagles just picked up John Mechie III, so they got another receiver on top of the tight end that they got. You know what I'm saying? Kimon Hall, Zion Childress. I like them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Pride had a better game as well. Like I said, Kwamu playing safety. It's just they're gonna have. I think that's probably gonna be where they're gonna have to sit a lot of time there. Kimon Hall looks like he's got to make the squad. Me personally, he plays out there. He really does. The receivers and corners is really what you got to look at, and then it's what do you do at the backup quarterback situation? Because me personally, I still don't think Will Greer he's been here before. He's been in the league a little bit, but I'd pump the brakes on that. I would really pump the brakes on that. Like I said, I need to get my soundboard, but as soon as we get off this live, we're going to get this football focus premium. We're going to go ahead and subscribe to that. We're going to get deep into the stats as well, because some people out there like stats. I like film and what we're seeing, but we're going to break down film. We're going to do numbers at the same time. And I'm thinking about, getting into some of those, where you can win some money type things. They break it down for you. But takeaway from this is the defensive interior is not physical enough. I've told y'all last week, looking at the film after the Rams, I was like, they're deep on the offensive line. I think they'll be fine on the offensive line. It's just, are they willing to put Tyler Booker right there at right guard to start it off? You got La'el Collins even in there. And how is it going to feel at the left tackle spot while we have Tyler Guyton now? But Nate Thomas is showing he can be that guy. So I really don't kind of have nothing, to be worried about with that. Now you're just looking for the third, fourth, fifth, and maybe sixth receivers. What are they going to be? What is it? What's up with Jonathan Mingo? Is he going to be hurt for a little bit of while? I don't know. Who do you keep, Trayshawn Holden, or do you keep Ryan Flournoy? You know what I'm saying? Do you still want to keep Jalen Tolbert? Those are questions you're going to have to ask. The tight end situation going to be just as deep as well, because I think they got good tight ends that they can actually run out there with. They actually have a lot they can play with on offense, and for them to not be putting up the production, or for them to be putting up the production that they're putting up right now, is totally unacceptable. And this leads to the question into the poll right here is, are you done with the Joe Milton experience? Is this all on Joe Milton? We can kind of say yes. The problem is you still see some good things, and that's kind of what's keeping it all around. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I see that they have been dropping the all 22s for some of the games that went Saturday. Like they dropped the all 22 for the Eagles and Browns, the Patriots and Vikings. Like they're dropping a lot of them from Saturday. Now I'm just waiting for the Cowboys for that one to drop. Once they drop the all 22, I will schedule a live. It will probably be later tonight. If it was anything like last week, it'll probably be somewhere after 9 o'clock that we will actually be able to have this live watch over the preseason 2 game with the Ravens and Cowboys. So I'm trying to get back into it, man. I want to get it at y'all Friday, man, and break down the Ravens, because I was watching a little bit of tape. I was like, bro, they're deep on the offensive line as well, bro. They're going to be able to run the football, and that's exactly what happened. But like I said, Thursday night we got sick, bro. We came down with it. We was fighting it all day. Friday, Saturday, we going back and forth. So it was all like that. So that's kind of why I've been like still delaying and doing all that stuff. But I'm still coming with it. So I felt better today. So I had to throw on a little polo drip. You know what I'm saying? Really, that's all that's in my closet. But I was like, you feeling better? Why don't you look like you feel better? So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got cleaned up and did all that. But we're looking to go ahead and get this all 22 bumped out. And like I said, when the all 22 come out, I believe I will be subscribed to the PFF Pro Football Focus Premium. So we'll go over some in-depth stats right there, and we'll go over the all 22. So y'all like, subscribe, hit that notification chime for your boy one time. And if you are on X, follow me at Drewski Selfmade, man, formerly known as Twitter. Y'all know what it is, man. I look forward to shouting out y'all here in a little bit. Like I said, it's about to be 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm hoping that they will drop this by at least 6, 7 o'clock. And hopefully I can get to y'all about 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. But once the all 22 drop, I will be here live going right back over it. So, if you ain't got nothing to do on a Sunday night, man, like, subscribe. We're going to go right over. And like I said, we'll have the Pro Football Plus Premium in there as well. So we're going to dig into this, bro. Football season for the last 2 years, if you haven't already, for the new viewers and everybody, I've been going to the games the last couple of years and making it like game vlogs. I've been specializing in that over the last 2 years since I've been running my channel. But this year, I think, really financially, I do need to kind of like step back, because those, you're going everywhere. But at the same time, last year pissed me off so much. I'm like, nah, Jerry, you can't get no more money. I'm not going to that stadium and giving you money like that, bro. Nah, not if. And then looking at the product that you're probably going to bring out again, nah, bro, I can't afford to do that. So we're going to really get in the trenches and be live with y'all. But that's the next live we plan to do. I just don't know what time it's going to be. I can probably go ahead and set the live right now for about 9 o'clock, 9:30ish, and just keep changing it. But as soon as the all 22 come out, y'all hit me up, man. I can take y'all to bed while watching some Cowboy film and going over to Pro Football Focus what they thinking. So, man, this was a great review, man. I wish I could have did it last night, but I wasn't feeling the way I'm feeling now. I'm feeling like I got all the energy now. I don't feel so as congested. Your boy feeling like he's getting back there. So I'm looking at the chat, man, and the polls. They say get Joe Milton out of there. Get him out of there. Get him out of there. As you heard Brian Schottenheimer, they're still gonna rock with him. So y'all don't get too mad when he roll out there Friday. Do y'all expect to see some starters out there Friday is another question. Also, the 19th through the 20th. Well, the 19th is a big day because they finally dropped the Netflix special over the Cowboys. So that's something we can all look at. At the same time, they will be having open practice down there in Frisco. Your boy will be in attendance for that one on Tuesday. So we'll get a look. Like I said, I've been to the practices the last 2 years. Bro, they're not really doing too much. So you're going to see a lot of me being live and stuff like that. I might turn around and, you know what I'm saying, show up in there, what they got going on. But to really look at the practice, they're not doing much. You get more action on practices out there in Oxnard than you do in your own hometown, bro. I'll be tired of that shit. But I will be in the building and we'll talk about it. We'll do some things. So that's how we going. As all 22 come out, y'all know, stay tuned, man. Probably here by 9 o'clock. We'll be jumping live again. So we'll keep it on Cowboys Talking. If you like other sports, especially in the DFW, man, Wednesdays, we're holding it down every Wednesday. We're going over everything in the DFW, and as more time progresses, big games, stuff like that, we'll do some lives and stuff like that. But we're going to really be focused on the Cowboys and dig in deep to see what's going on with America's team. But y'all know my slogan, man. Do everything with love because love always wins, man. I hope y'all enjoy this Sunday with y'all family. And like I said, if anything, I noticed all 22 is going to come out about around 7 o'clock, 7:30ish or something like that. So if you having insomnia problems or something like that, trying to get to sleep, tune in to your boy because we'll be live streaming the all 22 and we'll be breaking it down. So until then, man, I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace out. Appreciate y'all for tuning this on the live. If you're watching this on the playback, go ahead, hit that like button. Don't be afraid to drop a comment too, but we'll be dropping it back. So until then, we'll holler from Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas.
Self-made independent, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a rep laxative, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title cause it's my identity, and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. That keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me